How's it going? Welcome back to Integrity Wood. Coming to you from the old trusty rusty, the old Tahoe. Almost got to 400,000 miles on this girl. Well, I promised you I'd take you to my new wood hookup, and that's exactly where we're at. Yeah, we got Wood Mountain, basically. I have attacked this thing for 2 or 3 times now and can't even see a dent in it. The biggest problem I have is there's good wood, and before I get time to get to it, they slam a giant cottonwood browns in front of it. So he's got some equipment on here. He kind of hinted toward the fact that maybe he might let me use his Bobcat or something. He asked if I had experience. I said, well, I used one back about 10, 15 years ago on a yard project I did. I was like, but I'm not like super experienced on one. And that was kind of the end of that conversation. So the way that this happened, I'll go into that real quick. I was running out of wood. I had that tree service, but those guys really haven't come through for me a whole lot. I had the two dump trailer loads. Went over and took care of an ash tree, and there's some oak out on the property for a friend of mine. You've seen that video. But I actually didn't get into the oak yet, but I was just looking for, so I reached out on Googled up a bunch of different tree services saying, hey, if you're in this area, I got a yard. If you need to dump some firewood, I'd be interested in taking the wood off your hands. And I was more interested in kind of a smaller outfit, since that's what I am, but they didn't get back with me. And one of the bigger tree services, who I didn't even think would respond, got back. His trucks were way too big to come back onto the property, way too heavy. And he was like, what exactly are you looking for? What are you trying to do with your business? So I kind of broke it down to him, explained to him what was going on. And he's like, I tell you what, he's like, I'm not too far out. Why don't you come by my place and take a look at things, and we can talk. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not far from there. It's actually just around the corner from my other business. So I roll up. I was like, I'll be there in 5 minutes. I was actually on my way there. So roll up. Just the nicest guy. I mean, I don't know. Occasionally just run into certain people and you're just like, what? Like, this is like old school nice. This doesn't really exist anymore. Basically, he gave me free reign to the wood pile. There's a couple different ones, but the ones are giant and they're up on a mulch mound, and I probably won't mess with those. But this wood pile here, it all sits on hard packed gravel, stays dry, it's not rotted, and he had some really quality firewood in there. That ash that I got was amazing. There's still quite a bit of honey locust and hackberry in there that I want to get out. There's tons of maple, and nice maple, not knotted up maple. And then quite a few other things I don't know. There's some giant sycamore in there that I probably won't mess there. It's giant. Obviously the cottonwood I'm not too interested in. It's just in my way. He's like, yeah, anytime you want to come out, any day of the week. I don't even need to know anybody bothers you. And this is a big outfit. They've got big equipment out here, and they take big equipment on the job, and they bring back logs. They do not bring back tiny discs, little cookies. They're actually bringing, he said they cut most of their stuff in 3-foot lengths or bigger. And so I'm able to just come in here and just buck this stuff up. And that's what I've been doing. I've been bucking up logs, loading up the trailer, taking it back to the other wood yard. So yeah, I mean, just opened his place up to me as much as I care to take. He's not in the firewood game because he's too big of a tree service and there's no money in it for him. So even offered to put a sign. I said I could put a sign up front with my name on, or with my phone number, talking about selling firewood. Said he would pass customers on to me that were looking for firewood. He gets calls all the time. I mean, again, so Larry, if you ever watch this, thank you. It's been amazing. I feel truly blessed. It's not often that you get a helping hand like this. And what's the saying? Luck is when opportunity meets, how's that go? when opportunity meets preparedness, there it is. So that's how the saying goes. When opportunity meets preparedness, you get lucky. And that's exactly what this is. I took the time to get my woodyard going. I'm doing the work. I got on the phone and cold called these places and did what I needed to do. And I was in a position that when the opportunity arose, I was able to take advantage of it. And I'm feeling pretty blessed about it. So yeah, we'll get out here and we'll show you around, show you what we got going on. All right, so I did not really talk to him about filming. I did mention that I do a YouTube channel out here. He thought that was pretty cool, but my guess is he doesn't care. But I'm not going to show you the full breadth of his property. But this is the main wood pile here. And I don't know if it's hard to scale, but like to right there is about 6 feet, you know. So what's this, 12 feet up to there? She's about, how deep is it? From front to back, maybe 20 yards deep and probably 30 long. And I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Look at that hackberry log. Just beautiful. What a beautiful tree. Right here too. I've already taken a bunch of hackberry out of here. Right here. There's honey locust. There's hackberry here. Honey locust right here. More hackberry. Giant honey locust log. All of this is usable. This. So here's the cottonwood that, you know, his crew they just pile it in here. And then they take a bucket. You can see it because there's gravel all the way up into the wood. And I have to watch that when I'm bucking things up. See that? I don't know if you can see that. See the gravel there? So, you know, he's got a big front end loader and they just come in and grab this stuff and shove it up higher. Right up there, some cherry. Come around the side here. Look at the size of that log. That is a giant honey locust log. And then here's that, but it's buried. Look at all the gravel on it too. So I gotta be really careful how I go about getting this, but they buried it in this cottonwood. I rolled this big giant SOB out of my way. That's a cottonwood log. And then I've got all this here. So, I gotta be straight with you. Some of this stuff I'm not sure about. I think, so like, pretty sure all this is maple, right? I'm not sure what this is. I think that might be ash there. But see all these logs here? See how nice they are? I mean, and then this is, I mean, there's just giant stuff in here. I won't be getting into any of that. But this stuff here, like I'm gonna come in and hit all this. Even the maple, man. The maples, you know, I plan to sell to pleasure burners. I'm not doing discount firewood. I'm not selling cords of firewood at a time. I'm selling max a third of a cord. So I'm going to charge a premium. This is for folks that want to have really nice firewood, all the customer service elements that you want in a business that's coming to your home. That's what I'm looking to do, and I'm going to charge a premium price for it. Now, if you're just looking to burn fire, have a nice fire in your fireplace or in your stove for the holidays, you know, you don't need oak or, you know, or Osage orange, all these high-end heating firewoods, because they don't burn with a great flame. They burn like coal, basically. I think this is basswood, but I'm not sure. This was where all that ash sat, and this is just more maple over here, right? So there's some maple here and there. But those are really nice logs. I mean, those are nice logs. So the maple I'm good with, man. That'll be part of my mixed hardwoods. So I'm not going to snub my nose at maple. And when you get to climbing up on it, I mean, there's all kinds of opportunities up at the top, but I mean, I'm not going to be able to get to it. Yeah. And then he's got another, and I'll just swing. I'm going to be careful how I swing the camera here, but he's got another, see that there? So he dressed all that out. That was much steeper than that. He said he'd have them dress it out, and he sure as heck did. But these rounds here, those logs there are just they're huge. They're older and they're seasoned, but they're huge. So I don't see me messing with that too much. I don't have the equipment to mess with it. But this is my new wood hookup, and my God, I mean, come on, son. And you know, they'll be bringing in fresh loads all week. It's been raining here, so there's not been anything new since I've been out last. I came out on Saturday, and it was later on Saturday, so they haven't really been out to do anything. They haven't dropped off any wood here that I've noticed since I've been out here on Saturday. So, but the newest stuff will just sit right here, and I'll just have to get after it. So yeah, there it is. That's the tour of my new hookup. It's just, yeah, and I'm not working in mud, and there isn't ticks, and the bugs are minimal because of all this gravel. So, again, just awesome, absolutely awesome. So, there it is. Well, if you like what you guys saw, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button as we go on this crazy journey of creating this firewood business. And remember, no matter what it is you do or where you do it, always do integrity.